Hi guys, I'm Christy here, and today guys I have another interesting video, and this is up regarding the guts. I did one on apple cider vinegar yesterday, but guys, they say the gut is a second brain, and if we don't have enough good bacteria in it, we could in serious trouble. So I'm gonna be doing some fermented cabbage, and that's where you get your probiotic naturally from. You could buy them in the store, guys, but those from big companies, they have to heat a lot of that product to keep it, so you don't really get that probiotic. Okay, so so basically, probiotic, they are living microorganism, and this provide health benefit when consumed in adequate amount for your gut. And there's a few kinds contain lactobacillus, and a few more there. I'll tell you about them later. Okay, so what probiotic does to your gut, guys? It's a good bacteria. So when you eat, especially people who eat a lot of meat and stuff like that, it helps to maintain that level, in your gut, and because okay, you need to have more probiotic bacteria, which is a good one in your gut, than the bad one. So this is it. So every day I think people, it's good to eat a little bit of sauerkraut, because that's where you get a very high benefit from. You could buy sauerkraut in the store, guys, but it's not the same if you do it at home. So this is basically it. So it probiotic does a lot of things. It's regulate antioxidant, and it's reduce oxidized stress. It enhances the immune system, and guys, a big part of the immune system is found in your gut. So that's why they say the gut is a second brain, because from the brain it sends transmitter, how I get it, to the gut, to give instruction. And so those two, your brain and your gut, is like work hand in hand, and that's where a lot big part of the immune system function. So this is why it's very good to have your probiotic. So okay guys, I'm not gonna, because I know a lot of people not interested. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing a sauerkraut today, and guys, what I do, okay, I weighed my cabbage. See, I have my scale over here. So this is 2 pounds of cabbage right here, guys. I'm just gonna be using this because I have a few bottle already. So this is 2 pounds of cabbage, and I would say to you, really weigh your cabbage, because that way, you have to match it up with the salt. And guys, when you're using for salt, do not using anti-cake salt. And what that mean, like iodized salt, or a lot of these salt that have just use straight salt. And make sure when you read your thing, it just said, guys, salt. Okay, no other ingredients in it. See, I'm using Himalayan pink salt, but you could use kosher salt, and coarse salt. Coarse salt, if you read the box, it's just plain salt. So this is it, no iodized salt or anything like that. So basically, guys, what I do, I have some cabbage here. That's a 2 pound. So for each pound of cabbage, guys, you're gonna be using a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of salt. So this will be 2 tablespoons for this 2 pound of cabbage. And what I do, guys, I keep back some of the cabbage skin, and I'll show you what I'm gonna be doing with this. I'll be doing with it in a little bit. So basically, right now, guys, what I do, I'm just gonna cut. You're just gonna cut your cabbage as if you you're cutting it to cook it in any way you want. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so you're gonna cut your cabbage up. And guys, a lot of health issues start in the gut. People have ulcer and all of that, and that is one of the reasons that we have so much bad bacteria in the guts, so it presents a lot of problems. So you need the probiotics, which is the good bacteria. I'm just gonna do a simple form. I do a lot of thing on it, research on it, but I'm just gonna just break it down simple, so people can understand. So this probiotic is very important, and you get probiotic in a you can get it in the store, guys, as I said. That is ready by most companies. But guys, from what I observe, especially large company like Costco and places like that, it has to be heated. So by the time you eat that thing and it's in the store, it lost all the benefit of that good bacteria. But you can also get organic um, fermented stuff in the store, and most likely you'll find it in the refrigerator section. Okay, so this is it. So you're gonna cut up all your cabbage. And I'm just gonna put it. You can also do fermentation of carrots, beets, peas, anything you wish. I could have added carrot with this, but I just want to do the straight cabbage. Anything, onions, green onions, all of that. Okay, fermentation, guys, comes from way back, hundred of years. Okay, remember in the beginning there was no refrigerator, guys, right? And people used to put stuff underneath the cellar. But what our ancestors find out, they were smart. They realized that the food was spoiling very quickly, so they developed this. This is where fermentation come from. So after the harvest is done, they would ferment it, a lot of their food, and that would keep them through the winter. So these guys were smart back then, and they know it's good for them, because you know what, they know that it not only it was the food saved that way. You know that the quality was good. I don't know if they know back then that what they were doing was a good thing, the fermentation. But that's fermentation come from way back, guys. To preserve food. Because there was no refrigerator. And imagine some place where people live up to today, guys, with no refrigerator. This is how they do it, You ferment a lot of your food. Your vegetable and stuff. So here in Canada, like the fall, there's so much fresh stuff, guys, and so I ferment a lot of stuff, lots of stuff, so keep me through the wind. Because guys, I know what's in it when I do my own stuff, because every day on the news you hear these places calling stuff, the things are being contaminated, because you have to have a clean technique when you're doing stuff. And most of these places, what they find in a lot of these food contaminated, guys, is feces, which is E. coli and salmonella, listeria. All of those are bacteria from, unhealthy health practicing when you are dealing with food. Obviously, people don't wash their hands and all of that, So when you do a lot of stuff at home, guys, it's done right, clean and all of that, because infections are so easy to pick up, especially to the elderly and the very young, guys. So this is it. So we have to be, so you do a lot of your stuff at home, and guys, you fare a lot better, So I am gonna show you how to go about putting it together right now, guys. Okay, so let me just go get a few stuff and be right back. Yes, guys, I'm back. And guys, I decided to use some carrots in this. Everybody said I should use some carrots because the one we have is, it's good. It's still good. Well, we're gonna have that. This is about a cup and a half of carrots to 2 pound of and guys, if you like, you can add caraway seeds to it, but I'm just gonna add some dry dill. I find dill give it such a wonderful awesome taste, so I'm just gonna add some dry dill to it. Okay, and as usual, I buy my dill and wash them and dry them, and dill have such a nice way. So that's it. So like caraway seeds is one of those herbs that really go with cabbage, but I find the dill, especially the dry dill, give it a more awesome taste. So guys, for this we're going to be using 1 tablespoon of salt. That's okay, for 2 pounds of carrots. And what I, what I like to do if your hands are clean, guys, you don't have to worry with the gloves. Okay. What I like to do, guys, I'd like to take half out first and just put the salt in layers, layers and layers. Okay. So it really gets into all of it. Okay. So it's 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 loaded tablespoon of salt. I want to get up a good heaping. Let me put it in a smaller so I can manage it better. I'm just going to put the salt in. And guys, as I say, don't use anti-caking salt, because that, and also iodized salt, because that will kill your sauerkraut. Because this is what it is, guys, sauerkraut. Fermented cabbage is sauerkraut. And guys, when you have all that good prebiotic in your system, it helps to fight off a lot of free radicals, which you know can cause one of the biggest things to lead to cancer and all of that. So this is why, guys, your gut health is so important, because it's next. It's part, it go hand in hand with the brain, and as I say, a lot of the function of the immune system, that's where it happens, you know, in the gut. You know, some, especially this probiotic is good if you have arthritis and stuff like that, because you know what, it helps, it's anti-inflammatory, so it helps with all of that, you know. Probiotic, you know, you can get your probiotic yogurt and all of that in the store, and as I say, guys, it won't be the same, because it is you get most of it through those multinational companies, and in order to keep it in the store shelf life, they have to eat it. But as I say, you can get the organic one in the refrigerated section of the store, which is not eaten. So if you're not able to make your own, you know, that's it. But this thing, guys, we should eat because this is medicine right here. And I say, especially like I said, guys, for people who eat a lot, you know, a lot of meat and stuff like that, because a lot of time, you know, some people doesn't take cleanse the system and all of that, and so it's people don't go for days and days and all of that stuff rot in your gut, you know, all of that. So this fermented cabbage here, which is sauerkraut, the cabbage is the number one fermented food that really works. So guys, what I'm gonna be doing right now, I'm gonna mix it all in. And as I say, if your hands are clean, that's fine. So 2 pounds of cabbage, about 1 tablespoon of salt, and the salt has to be either kosher. When you read the box, you just have to say just plain salt, guys. Okay? No, so that's why I say iodized salt would not be a good thing. It wouldn't work out with the iodized salt. Okay? And you can ferment any vegetable, so just give it a squeeze. And what's gonna happen here now, guys, I'm gonna leave this for about 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes I'll come back and check on it. And at that time, what it's gonna be doing, the salt is gonna be releasing all of that moisture from the cabbage, and when I come back, I'm gonna mix it up again, mix it up, and then let it sit for another 15 minutes. And when I reach the ideal amount of liquid I want to have in it, then we'll proceed to bottle it. So it's gonna sit here for about 15 minutes. So when I'll return, we'll check it. So I'll come back in 15 minutes. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, the cabbage has been sitting in the salt for about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a mixed. You see it shrink, it started to shrink, guys, because what happened, the salt is pulling out all the moisture. That's the whole idea. Look, you see that? So I'm just gonna just wash your hands, or you don't need this gloves for this. If you don't, if you have long fingernail, and that's a different thing. So you're sort of massaging it, so you know, like that. You see how it shrink already, guys? Because the salt is just pulling the moisture. It has some moisture in it, not a lot right now, so I have to give it another 15 minutes because you need to have quite a bit of moisture when it's bottled. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that for another 15 minutes, guys, and then I shall return and we'll see what happened. Okay, guys, so be back in 15 minutes. Yes, guys, and it's the final half an hour, and this is what we have here as a reduced to. Okay, so right now, guys, you have to get a clean sterile jar and pack it in, because you're gonna have to like pack it. So let's see all the moisture. So guys, this is, you see that's all the moisture from 2 pounds of cabbage. So I'm gonna start to put it in the bottle. That's what we need, the salt to break down the moisture in the cabbage. So right now, I hope this it's not gonna work. I need something to pack it down. Maybe I have to just try use a wooden spoon or something. Let me see what's there I could use to pack it. I need something to let it go down firmly. I thought I had that lady's not gonna work. Let's try my ice cream. I know I have a thing, but I can't find it right now, so we need to pack it down. I'm using my ice cream. Pack it down. Yeah, all the way down. I think maybe I might need more than 1 bottle, so we'll see. So this is SauerKraut here, guys. Cabbage and carrot. And like I said, guys, you could do just the cabbage, but the carrots give it an awesome taste. So this is fermentation. All it is fermentation of cabbage and carrot. And guys, this used to be done thousands of years ago, and this is a way our ancestors preserve food. They started out packing them in the cellar, but then they started to spoil, so they come up with this great idea of putting salt and curing it. And you know, guys, up to this day, many of our food is cured that way with salt. Salt is a wonderful thing, guys. Today we have salt beef, we have salt pig's tail. All of that is been done with salt. So this is a very ancient tradition here, guys. So I'm just gonna pat down some more. Pat it right down. So all the, yeah, that's what you want to see, the juice. Pack it down. There you go. All that juice coming top. And that is all from the cabbage, guys. I think everything might hold. Once you pack everything totally down. So the juice will rise. Okay, and guys, this is gonna be sitting for 1 to 4 weeks. And in the space of the time, every day, I'm gonna open it up a bit and close it back, because we don't want a lot of oxygen to get in. This is one time we don't want oxygen to get in, because that will form bacteria. But what is in it, the process right now, is going to be carbon monoxide, that kind of thing. So if we leave it open, then it's going to get in a lot of oxygen, and that is not going to work for this particular stuff we're doing right here. Let's see if I can get all of this. Want to get the juice mostly. Okay. I don't think anything. I don't want to overstuff it. So guys, this is our sauerkraut, cabbage and carrot sauerkraut right there, and it's gonna be fermenting. The first couple days, guys, you're gonna see it start going, and you're gonna see some bubble and all of that. And like I said, up till that point, I'm just gonna open it up a few days and for a few minutes, and close it back. So guys, why I was keeping the cabbage skin, because what happened right now, guys, all of it has to stay down. I could use weight to keep it down, but this is another way. They've been doing it in ancient ways. So what we're gonna do, because we don't want anything to come on top, nothing, because if the cabbage down there get on top, it's problem. So we're gonna put some cabbage skin in it to prevent the any cabbage or anything like. That's why I was saving back these cabbage. Either this, or you can use you use your if you have, what did I just say, guys? You can use weight on it. The juice can come up, but we don't want to see any cabbage coming up, guys, because then if it reach on top, it's got that's wet, but that's okay. Let me just squeeze this down over here. We don't want no cabbage, none of that on top of it. Because that would be a problem. Big problem. So guys, this is it here, the cabbage skin. It's gonna prevent the cabbage and the carrot from coming on top. And what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna close it, and we're gonna put it away. And every day I come, I flip the back just to open it just for a minute to let some of that, because guys, the reason why I would be doing that, if you leave it like that, it could explode, you know, from because that what really makes it in the bottle is carbon monoxide right now. And you might say, but that's a bad thing. No, that's from the cabbage, so nothing wrong with that. So guys, that is it right there. Like tomorrow now, I will go like this, check to see if any cabbage carrot is on top, none, and I close it back. Do that for a few days straight, and that's it. I don't need this bottle one too. So guys, I have one here that's finished, and I was eating it a lot because, guys, I know it's not for everybody taste, but guys, this thing is so not for me. And like I said, this is for your gut. This is for your gut. This is probiotic right here, and this is the good bacteria. Gonna multiply in your stomach, and that's what you need. You know. So this one this one finished about a couple days ago. I think today. And guys, you see at this point, this is what the cabbage is gonna look like. See that? Yeah. So at this point, I'm gonna put it to the fridge. You can still keep that inside of it, guys. And this can keep in the fridge for over a couple months to a year, guys. So I'm gonna put a little here. When you're eating, like, this is like medicine, guys, so you're not gonna eat a half a lot of it, okay? So I'm gonna put this back, the cabbage in it, close it back, and now you can put it in the fridge. This could last in the fridge for a whole year, guys. Okay, this is sauerkraut. This is what sauerkraut is, and this is the new one I just done. So now I put this in the fridge. This one was finished today. It did this for weeks, and that one's done today. And guys, okay, right here I have a couple of shrimps, and this is my sauerkraut. Anyway, if you're eating like you have your jerk chicken, your rice and peas, and all of that, you just put about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of it. And guys, this is a couple of shrimps I did today. And you can heat your sauerkraut if you want before, or you heat it along with your food, and you just heat your sauerkraut like this, and it's crunchy at this point, guys. And this is the real probiotic right here, guys. You hear that crunch, guys? That's it. So guys, and believe in me, guys, we need that good bacteria in our system, especially the food that we are consuming these days, because a lot of the food full of so much chemical, guys. We have the bad bacteria along with good in our stomach. We want to make sure we have more good than bad. So this is sauerkraut, and this is the #1 probiotic right here, guys, in this natural farm. You could buy it in the store, but like I said, guys, it's gonna be eaten because to keep it shelf life. Crunchy. So, but you can also get the organic one in the freezer section of some supermarket. Organic ones, okay? The bottled ones will be on the shelf. And guys, if you're gonna keep it on the shelf, you know they have to do something to it. And I think there's a heating process. So by the time you get it, guys, there's no probiotic in it, no good bacteria. It's all gone. You're just eating cabbage. So guys, that's it right there. The cabbage gets so crunchy, guys. So crunchy. It's so good. Oh, this is it here, guys. A cabbage. And try to see if you can get cabbage that's not sprayed, guys. And carrot, sauerkraut. That's it right there, guys. And you can have it with anything, guys. Your hot dogs, your hamburgers. Especially if you're a person who eats a lot of meat, guys. You have a little bit of this every time. If you have this every day, a tablespoon of this every day, because this is really medicine. And as I say, guys, if you read up about the guts, it is your second brain. That's how scientists stated, because in the guts there's so much going on that's related, comes straight from the brain to the gut. Okay, so the gut is our second brain, and we have to really really nourish and protect it. Okay, guys. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys try some of these things, you know. And like I said, I know the show is not for everybody. Videos are not for everybody, but guys, we're living a time when so much stuff is thrown at us. And the main thing that keep us going is our immune system. And the immune system, a lot of it operates from the guts. That's how important the immune system is, you know. So we have to really strengthen that and protect it, because that is what fight off a lot of infection and all of that. The immune system is the most important thing in our body. So, and it's a lot of it work in our gut. So that's it right there, guys. So guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And big up to everybody. Everybody big up yourself. Have a blessed day, one and all. Deacon, big up yourself. You know, and everybody big up yourself. Okay, guys? So take it easy and take care of your gut. Peace.